Hello, my name is Jeff Coltvet, and I'm from Olathe, Kansas. I got started in investing in 1999, right before the big tech bubble. And unfortunately, I learned buy and hold and don't fret about market price fluctuations before I learned the importance of valuing a business and applying a margin of safety. So, as Charlie said, I got my feet wet with huge failure right away.
Join the club.
Thank you. I don't feel so bad now. So that leads to my question. It seems like to me, I've read all the Berkshire reports and all the reading I can do about you two, and I thank you for these wonderful meetings. But it seems like it boils down to some simple things: valuing a business and applying a margin of safety. So my question is, what do you recommend for an approach to getting better and better at valuing companies?
That was a very, very good question. And in my own case, I started out without knowing anything about valuing companies. And Ben Graham taught me a way to value a certain type of company that would prove successful, except the universe of those companies dried up. But nevertheless, it was almost a guarantee against failure, but it was not a guarantee that these things would continue to be available. Charlie taught me a lot about the value of a durable competitive advantage and a really first-class business. Over time, I've learned more about various types of businesses, but you'd be amazed how many businesses I don't feel that I understand well. The biggest thing is not how big your circle of competence is, but knowing where the perimeter is. If you don't have to be an expert on 90% of the businesses, or 80%, or 70, or 50. You do have to know something about the ones that you actually put your money into. And if that's a very small part of the universe, that still is not a killer. And I think if you think about what you would pay for a McDonald's stand, what you think you would pay for, think about the businesses in your own hometown of Olathe. Which would you like to buy into? Which do you think you could understand their economics? Which do you think will be around 10 or 20 years from now? Which do you think it would be very tough to compete with? Just keep asking yourself questions about businesses. Talk with other people about them. You will extend your knowledge over time. And always remember that margin of safety. And I think you basically have the right attitude, because you recognize your limitations, and that's enormously important in this business. You will find things to do. 6 or 7 years ago, maybe not that long, 6 or 7 years ago, when I was looking at Korean stocks, for example, I never had any idea that Korean stocks would be something that I would be buying. But I looked over there, and I could see that there were a number of businesses that met the margin of safety test. And there I diversified, because I didn't know that much about any specific one. But I knew that a package of 20 was going to work out very well, even if a crook might run one of them and a couple might run into competition I didn't anticipate, because they were so cheap. And that was sort of the old Graham approach. You will find opportunities from time to time, and the beauty of it is you don't have to find very many of them. Charlie?
Well, obviously, if you want to get good at something which is competitive, you have to think about it a lot and learn a lot and practice doing it a lot. And the way the world is constructed in this field, you have to keep learning, because the world keeps changing and your competitors keep learning. So you just have to get up each morning and try and go to bed that night a little wiser than you were when you got up. And if you keep doing that for a long time and accumulate some experience, good and bad, as you try and master what you're trying to